Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akimo Akwath, learning and teaching of truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Alright, my voice is a bit messed up. Was kind of blowing it out a little bit, not a little bit, a lot of it yesterday at camp. Did a lot of shouting, so it's gonna sound like it's gonna sound like I'm sick or something. But I got this. There's gonna be another modern day madness and prophecies. We got about 4 clips we're gonna look at pertaining to the scriptures. All right. Oh, not this one. Here we go.
Warning. Everything's racist, even the way you file your taxes.
I can't believe I have to go over this every year, but it is February, so here goes. That's because when tax laws were written, married single-income households were white people with housewives. Married dual-income households were people of color. Married single-income households pay less when the total income is equivalent. Because taxes are racist. Welcome to America!
So basically what she was saying, to give you short English for it, see the Slakia. You have this feminism movement, right? Well, our women have been duped into being demons. See, even though, the so-called white man, his picture perfect world is, him working his 40 hours a week, white picket fence, 2 cars, a dog, 2.5 kids, whatever the fuck that is, 2.5 children, I guess half a nigga from the hip down. His punk ass cracker wife in the kitchen with her little apron on, cooking American pie, while his ass is coming home with his suit and tie, getting a kiss at the door. He was the one working, the bitch was in the house. Well, guess what? Remember, we're still the descendants of slaves, so our household didn't look like that. The father and the mother was working. All right. So he would give his own selves tax breaks, which is, the video I did yesterday dealing with usury. You're allowed to give your people deals and surcharge the heathen. Well, that's what he's done with us, and there's no coincidence, y'all. And something I tell you, man, we spoke about this yesterday at camp. Here it is. Let's say I'm at my job. I'm making $50,000 a year. There's my Edomite coworker. He makes $50,000 a year. With my $50,000 a year, all I can afford is a 1-bedroom apartment and a early 2000s car, and I'm struggling with all my bills. This motherfucker makes the same amount, but he'll have 2 cars, 1 already paid off. He goes on vacation 6 times a year. All right, his children is good, his wife good. She be talking shit, and she a school teacher, but he don't mind. All right, these motherfuckers are literally. Hey, yeah, the scripture in Psalms not plagued as other men. But let me see real quick. And y'all, I'm gonna just go to Baruch for this, all right? Because when you read through our history, this is a common tactic of Edom. He's always put taxes on our people, and that was actually one of the reasons for the revolt of 70 AD. Niggas got tired of getting taxed and started attacking the Romans and whatnot. Them zealots, killing some of their own people and the Romans. So we're gonna go to Baruch. All right. This man doesn't deal justly in balances and in money and weight in the system. He fucks us over. Baruch 3:20. No, 3:8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahawashi, Yahawashi, our power." All right. So now we are subject to payments. Now we are subject. I mean, it's at the point, y'all. As I've gotten older, just all through the spirit power, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, I'm making much more than I used to first coming in. All through the Lord. But even still, it's just like, damn. No matter how much you make, the more you make, the more they take. More money, more problems. Even if you are a millionaire, this getting money ain't the answer to the problems that we're going through. But this devil, Oh, matter of fact, I think I got one more right here. Perfect. Okay, this is out of Proverbs. I'm just double checking around. Yep. Proverbs 28:8. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. So he's increasing his wealth by taking from us by various means. But we're going to get it back when we destroy this asshole, ultimately.
Racist. Even the way you file your taxes.
I can't believe I have to go over this every year, but it is February, so here goes. That's because when tax laws were written, married single-income households were white people with housewives. Married dual-income households were people of color. Married single-income households pay less when the total income is equivalent. Because taxes are racist. Welcome to America.
So that's it for that one. Next video.
On why Mexicans should not use the N-word. Because Emiliano Zapata was part black. Because Lupita Nyong'o was born in Mexico. Because Indian and black runaway slaves formed quilombos that fought up slave hunters for decades. Because they fill their prisons with black and brown bodies just like they did their ships. The criminal justice system is the numero passage. Police brutality, the new genocide. Because Vicente Guerrero, the first black president in North America, threatened war against the United States if they tried capturing any runaway slave in Mexico. Hermano, I like hip-hop too. And I understand that your favorite rapper drops this word every other line, so tell me this. How many times have you smiled every time someone's called you a beaner? Hermana, does it make you want to wave your hands up in the air like you just don't care when someone calls you a wetback? Come on, we are so fly they call us illegal aliens. You should not play music for your ignorance when you say this word.
And so what this proves is that we were oppressed together. And he was bringing out certain historical figures. One of them I've done a video on, I believe, Vincent Guerra. Which, matter of fact, I'll just pull him up real quick on Google. Vincent Guerra. Alright? Former president of Mexico. And he considered him the first black president of America. And he was they'll call him so-called mixed. So Southern Kingdom by way of his father's side, and I believe Northern Kingdom by way of his mother's side. Alright? And he had a policy to where if you were a so-called, escaped black slave and you came to Mexico, you was free. And if a American came to try to recapture you, he would go to war for you, and you could stay in Mexico. All right. So we were oppressed together. There's a reason why it's no fucking coincidence those three groups of people went through motherfucking hell and are going through hell together. All right. Don't let these scoffers convince you otherwise. We are the chosen people, and Yahawashi is going to restore this breach between us, and that's going to be a beautiful fucking day. That's going to be a beautiful day. Once we finally get back to the kingdom, even the 230ans, I gotta die. They'll be reborn, and us as a nation, it's not going to be Crips and Bloods and Latin Kings and Vice Lords, all this goofy shit, MS-13. GD, all this bullshit. We've been disconnected for a long time. Therefore, he was able to take control of us. We will be reunited in victory under Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi of hosts. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. This is it's straightforward. So these heathen that took us captive, they have yet to release us, because by way of holding us is how they gained and maintained their wealth. Therefore, they will do and say anything they need to keep a latch on us. All right, but Yahawashi is going to redeem us. What's the proof of that?
Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord.
Verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong. Slaki. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Alright, so we'll come back. That was about it for that, honestly. You know, he was doing that slam poetry, I believe. You see.
Mexicans should not use the N-word because Emiliano Zapata was part black, because Lupita Nyong'o was born in Mexico, because Indian and black runaway slaves formed kilo.
And that's funny. So, according to this world, Lupita Nyong'o, whatever, she's Mexican, right? Because she was born in fucking Mexico, right? That shows you that your landmass that you can be born on doesn't necessarily determine your nationality. Well, really, it doesn't at all. Your bloodline by way of your father. All right, and this devil E knows that, but he's confused everybody to fuck everyone over.
Because they fill their prisons with black and brown bodies just like they did their ships. The criminal justice system is the new middle passage. Police brutality, the new genocide. Because Vicente Guerrero, the first black president in North America, threatened war against the United States if they tried capturing any runaway slave in Mexico. Hermano, I like hip hop too. And I understand that your favorite rapper drops this word every other line, so tell me this. How many times have you smiled every time someone's called you a beaner? Hermana, does it make you want to wave your hands up in the air like you just don't care when someone calls you a wetback? Come on, we are so fly they call us illegal aliens. You should not play music for your ignorance when you say this word. On why Mexicans should not... Okay.
Next clip.
I've seen people starve. I've seen people die from simple shit like not being able to drink water or not being able to eat. When I was a special agent with Homeland Security, I remember vividly seeing dead children in the fucking desert. I remember vividly seeing bones of people that had tried to cross into the United States from Mexico. I remember vividly Mexican cartels killing migrants trying to come into the United States because they didn't pay $1,000 to cross the Rio Grande River. I've seen people go to crazy lengths for the opportunity to have what you have right now that you're crying about, saying people don't understand. Well, you know what people also don't understand? The opportunities that they have. I will never let anyone come on here and make an excuse as to why they're not where they want to be because of some pussy shit like mindset. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's people dying to come to this country that would just trade places with you in a fucking instant. Everyone hates the United States because we have a bunch of fucking crybabies that are fat, coddled, don't appreciate the blessings that they have, and they cry more about what they don't have versus what they do have.
Now, there's 2 points I'm gonna hit this from. You know, number one, he's right in the fact that these Americans are a bunch of spoiled bastards that don't see the majority of the world everywhere else on planet Earth. You can't just wake up and have hot water instantly. It may take you 30 to 45 minutes to get a hold of that hot water to warm shit up or to go walk 2 miles to go get it. You know, these bastards here in this fucking country, you know, hey, I'm in this bitch, you know, and shalom to brothers and sisters in other countries and whatnot, right? But Babylon is a special beast. So the first half of this clip, the fact that this place, these people are lazy here. They have, they have more than what they could want, and they're lazy with it and don't appreciate it, which is why they have no morals. And number two, the second part I'm gonna deal with, in spite of all that, us the Israelites, we're under the curses, so we are exempt to a degree, even though there are certain niggas who are just lazy scumbags, sit up and just collect checks. Not some, many, especially these black abominable creatures known as women that will purposely get pregnant by ain't shit niggas so they can get that government cheese. Them niggas gonna perish. Alright, now, regardless, many of us, the Israelites, we can't succeed because we are actually under the curses. Even when everything looks like it's gonna go good, the date is set, the business is supposed to launch, this and that, something's gonna go wrong. Somebody gonna bullshit you. You know, we are cursed, so we do get fucked out of things. So I'm gonna deal with this though. These Babylonians are ripe for the taking. They've gotten too used to living good. Here we go. This is a scripture that I was thinking of. Luke 16-19. It says there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And we know that this is the parable. This is relaying with Esau. He is the rich man, him and his people. He's been given the fatness of the land, and it says he fared sumptuously every day. Meaning what? He has more than what he could need. Matter of fact, what is that? Slovakia. That's why these people are a bunch of spoiled fucking brats. Especially these bitches. Bitches don't even understand how... You don't even... These wicked women. You know, not you sisters. These wicked women. You fucking clowns don't even know how the water gets to you. You fucking shit for brains. I've worked in the water treatment industry. You fucking clowns have no idea what has to go on to get clean water to your fucking pipes. And if too many things, if just two things go wrong, you could be drinking contaminated water and fucking never wake up. These Babylonians are spoiled. They're coddled. They're unappreciative. They're ungrateful. That's why the elder Barak, the second in command out of LA, he always says what? Count your fucking blessings. And that's something we got to do in this truth as well. Count your blessings. You're able to wake up. Brothers, you got control of your body. God damn it, your Johnson work. You can go to work, you can get some little bread, you can eat. Nigga, be content. Granted, Babylon sucks. So we cry and complain. Don't be no fucking punk ass crybaby. You can sigh and cry, but don't be a crybaby. That's a video in itself. You can sigh and cry, but don't be a crybaby. Know the difference. Psalms where's it at? I want to get specific. Okay. I want to get specifically verse 7. Psalm 73 and 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. Plain and simple. They have more than what they need. Therefore, they take it for granted. I'm going to get that word sumptuously. Then I'm going to get one more scripture. And we'll get the last clip. That's it. 16 and 19, we'll look at that word sumptuously. G2988, sumptuously, magnificently, splendidly. So these motherfuckers are living life lavish, luxurious, nigga. While we living down bad. Last one, Sirach 11. Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. And that's what these motherfuckers is in. They living it up, so they forgot how real the world can be. Well, things are starting to fall apart. The shutdowns just showed us that. So now these motherfuckers is getting ready to have to deal with hell, and they not gonna be fucking ready. All right, last clip.
Hear me. Satan is not against good morals. He is opposed to Jesus Christ. A man can have good morals his entire life, yet you and I know he will go to hell when he dies. It is Jesus Christ that everyone needs, and the devil knows this more than all of us. Dr. Anderson, Satan's goal is to remove the name of Christ from his commands, and when we do this, people are deceived into thinking that
Now, I want y'all to look at this from a spiritual note. They're saying Jesus Christ, we know it's Yahawashi. What he's basically saying is, look, if you remove the names, just because a person believes that he thinks he's a good person doesn't mean that, all right? Because, you know, we know there is no hell, but look at this from a spiritual eye. It doesn't matter. See, the morals of the world are different from the morals of the Bible. If you're not coming in the proper names, Yahawashi, you could have been a upstanding citizen of the United States Penal Code, but you still could have been a homosexual. All right, you could have been a fucking an idolator. The morals of the world don't line up with the morals of the Bible. And like he said, the name, you need the name. What is Yahawashi? All right, now look at that. Look at it from that aspect. Let's let it go.
if they live a good life, they will receive God's approval and attain heaven.
I think we can use morals to attract people to the Lord.
Yes, but the ultimate issue in Christianity is the authority of Christ. And the devil is attacking this authority by convincing us to teach morals alone. Look at our families. They are weakening. Records are showing showing that over 5% of marriages end in divorce, and our young people are becoming more disrespectful. Now, I believe that this is a direct result of eliminating the authority of Jesus Christ from his commands.
Norris.
In the case of telling this boy not to steal, if I cannot tell him that this command is from the Lord, please hear me. Satan.
See, and that's cold-blooded. I don't know what show this is, but he said they're trying to get rid of the authority of Hamashiach. It's not just enough to tell a motherfucker don't do this. You say you don't do this in the name of Yahawashi Yahawashi, or he gonna kill you, you son of a bitch. It may not be now, but eventually. And you will suffer in your next life as well. That's what these people don't have. It's not just enough to just try to do good in your own eyes. Alright? Proverbs. We'll get a couple for that out of Proverbs. Alright, 3 and 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi and depart from evil. These people don't know the Lord. They're wise in their own eyes. Nigga, just because you don't got a rap sheet don't mean you a good person. Just because you ain't sold dope or smoked dope don't mean you a good person. These bitches are harlots out here. Alright, like he said, that was, and also he said in that clip, the divorce rate is 5%. That was back then. Nigga, the divorce percent is over 50% now, nigga. You got a better chance. Losing my voice. You have a better chance of playing Russian roulette with 5 loaded chambers, nigga, and coming out on top than getting married and staying married to these fucking harlots. Shit is bad out here, G. We need Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, the authority of Hamashiach. I'm gonna start using that. And whose authority? Didn't the scribes and Pharisees ask him by whose authority? The authority was given to Yahawashi by his father Yahweh. That's the authority we're coming in. Proverbs 14 and 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Plain and simple. So you may think you a good person, but if a person's actions don't line up with what these scriptures say, and if they're not coming in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, it don't mean nothing. Alright, I'm gonna let it play one more time and that's it.
Please hear me. Satan is not against good morals. He is opposed to Jesus Christ. A man can have good morals his entire life, yet you and I know he will go to hell when he dies. It is Jesus Christ that everyone needs, and the devil knows this more than all of us.
Dr. Anderson.
Satan's goal is to remove the name of Christ from his commands, and when we do this, people are deceived into thinking that if they live a good life, they will receive God's approval and attain heaven.
I think we can use morals to attract people to the Lord.
Yes, but the ultimate issue in Christianity is the authority of Christ, and the devil is attacking this authority by convincing us to teach morals alone. Look at our families. They are weakening. Records are showing that over 5% of marriages end in divorce, and our young people are becoming more disrespectful. Now, I believe that this is a direct result of eliminating the authority of Jesus Christ from his commands.
Norris.
In the case of telling this boy not to steal, if I cannot tell him that this command is from the Lord, please hear me.
So that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi Bashem. Rakakodash, of honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and citations to all the document, Aquath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.